Hey guys, it's Spirit Steph. Thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out in my office. And today I'm going to tell you a little story about my recent medicine journey with the toad. I think I'm going to shut this music down a little bit. It's a little bit loud. So, a few months ago, I had set an intention that I wanted to partake in some sort of a plant medicine or healing ceremony because I felt I was at a point where I had come so far on my journey, but it was time to step forward again, time to surrender to that next level, to transform and to completely let go of the past, the changes that we made in our life, the things that um, also dug up some feelings of hurt and disappointment and frustration. So I had set that intention and it didn't really come to be this summer, but when I got back to Mexico, I ran into a young lady one day who actually picked up hitchhiking. And her name's Mary Jolene. She's from France and she's lived in San Pancho for the last few years. And as we were stuck in traffic and under the shade of this like amazingly gorgeous tree, this beautiful Perota wood tree, we sat and talked in broken English, Spanish, and French about her recent experience on with the toad medicine at Nawake, the spiritual healing group that has their home base near Bucerias. And the information she told me was a ton all at once, and I needed to go home and I needed to make sense of it all and just see kind of what it meant and sit with it. At the time, I also had a metal pin coming out of my foot that was surgically placed there because of an incident I had with a door frame in Canada in August. And so I knew that there was a ceremony coming up with the group that I was welcome to attend in September, but I knew that my pin wasn't going to be out yet, and I wanted to just take a little bit of time because the timing didn't feel right. So, that being said, I spent the rest of that time until the second ceremony, which came forward in October, to prepare myself for that ceremony. So, for this past month, I have been working a little bit harder than usual just to take care of myself and my body and my spirit to undergo this transformation on this journey. And I know so many people are like, oh my God, tell me, I want to know what it's about. But um, what I learned about, and I think everybody has to read for themselves and find what works for them, and it's not for everybody, that's for sure. But what I did learn is the information out there that is available to help people who are struggling with addictions, people who battle with methamphetamine dependency, alcohol dependency, people who have issues with self image and body issues, broken ancestral bloodline issues, just just so many things that it can help cure and heal and release. And so that part, this last month I've been doing a lot of reading and a lot of preparation and just making my mind ready to know as much as I possibly can. I also this month, in the leading up to it, was really cautious in what I put in my body for preservatives and chemicals, that sort of thing. I've never done any other medicine other than cannabis, and I've never done any street drugs. So for me, this was excitingly new to my body. So with all the problems I've had in my body in the past, my dependency on cannabis has always been able to get me through it. But with this ceremony, I needed to get rid of the cannabis from my body in order to make room for a new type of medicine. So my kind of tough part of this journey was the week before abstaining from using cannabis to get through some of my normal daily grinds, and it brought a few things to the surface, and I'm glad it did. It was I was able to kind of work through some of that stuff and get it out before the ceremony. So that was pretty cool. And so for people preparing for it, typically no meat, no prescription drugs of any type that are medications that can interact, especially no antidepressants. no sex, cannabis for the week before, and just about anything else that really works for you. No alcohol, especially. Anything that's something that you know your body works really well when you go without it. So, good idea to kind of keep that in mind. So, bringing that up to the actual day of the ceremony, I arrived at Nawake, and it's a beautiful place in the middle of the jungle, and you can see really beautiful visions, and the seeds that have planted are so new and they have so much promise, and I can't wait to see what the future holds. It's so beautiful. And it was kind of a camping setup. I knew people had stayed out the night before. They have an outdoor kitchen and some food and an area set up there. I was welcome to join in breakfast if I liked. And then we just kind of chilled and settled in and relaxed. I brought extra clothes and extra water and some fruit and different things along for the day. And we just kind of waited for things to happen. Everybody started to take a bit of a semicircle around the Temescal, so we were kind of facing it, and we just kind of got grounded and waited to come together and start our first part of the journey, and that was rapé. So I'm gonna pause it now, and we're gonna go to the next video.